Good morning, lovelies. It's Lacey, and today I'm going to show you how to moisturize and seal your hair to protect it from breakage. Here I have my moisturizing and sealing products. Now this hydrates your hair and also has ingredients that will penetrate the hair to treat it. And this is a full butter that will coat the strands so the hair stays protected and the nutrients stay inside, and also to keep your hair from drying out, because oftentimes that is exactly what happens and causes breakage for you. Now I have a little spray bottle with water. All you do is spray, dampen the hair just a little bit. You're going to oil your scalp. Now this is mine, as you can see, I've used it down. This contains neem oil, which you know is good for your scalp. It has antifungal properties. And around the border of the part. And then what you do is to just massage it so it spreads through the hair. All right, so we have our damp hair, and now we are going to hydrate it. This contains water, oils that will penetrate your strands, and also other nutrients. So all you do is do like that, and you can instantly feel that the hair is hydrated when you do this. Now always use a big teeth comb. The smaller teeth comb will pull out your hair, especially if your hair is weak, right? Because you haven't been treating it. Hurry up and comb it out. If you start combing your hair and you feel a little resistance, start from the ends and go all the way up. Right? The combing also helps the moisturizer to spread. Then we are going to coat the hair. We're going to coat the hair with our whipped butter. It's a little bit melty now because it is very hot now. All right, so this will help your hair to stay moisturized and to protect your strands from breakage. Now this is great for all hair types, unless you have straight hair. I mean naturally straight hair. If your hair is relaxed, this is perfect for your hair. I had relaxed hair before. When you use a relaxer, you are actually breaking the hair bonds that make up your hair, keratin and protein bonds, or keratin is protein. So you are breaking the bonds when you use the relaxer, and call it that you're damaging the hair then. So the hair becomes weaker. Now if you do not do something to prop up the hair starts to break at the weakest points. Now the weakest points is usually the ends, because the farther away the hair is from your scalp is the weaker the hair is going to get, because that hair is not being nourished, especially if you are of African descent or African mix, and you have a lot of curl in your head. So if you are of African descent, your hair does not like dryness. If your hair is curly, it means that it is hard for the oils from your scalp to find its way all the way down to the hair ends to help the hair to stay on your head. So that is why it's quite easier for a straight hair person, white Caucasian person, to keep all of their hair. And if you notice, most of those persons, they have to wash their hair daily, or else it will gather oil, a lot of oil. And that is because their hair is straighter. So the oils, the natural oils from their scalp, just slide down the hair. Yours is a bit harder because your hair coils. Oh, I did not seal it. So we have to seal, moisturize and seal. This helps protect the hair. All right, we do the other side. So we spray, not a lot of water. We oil the scalp. If when you're going through your hair, there's a little resistance, do not pull the hair out to tear the hair. All right. So we're massaging the oil. Then we moisturize, or the best thing to call it is actually hydrate. We hydrate and nourish the hair. Then you comb, starting from the ends, and you can see my hair is a little tangled because I washed my hair, but I did not do this step, so it's a bit dry. But moisturizing it helps to soften it, so it's easier for me to comb. All right, so then we seal. Ensure that you get the ends. Right, so this can do a little comb. Then we do this. My hair is very dry. Alright, you don't need to do a lot of parts because remember, you're going to massage the oil onto your scalp, so it's going to spread. Alright, then we massage in the oil. We seal it here. Alright, so that is it. So for all the persons who always say, actually you're pretty make this and actually you're pretty make that, I don't know about this pretty thing or whatever, but I know. So this is the length of my hair now, and those of you who know me know that I was relaxed and I cut off the relax here. So I am showing you what I do to keep the hair on my head, because 90% of us, we don't have an issue with hair growing, because if you braid your hair, you can see where the hair grows up out of your scalp because braids move out, and that is because your hair is actually growing. Same thing if you cane your hair, the cane rows, they will move away from your scalp because your hair is growing up. So your issue is not the hair that is growing or not. That is not your issue. Your issue is that you're not able to keep the hair from falling off. So this is my method. Even when I had relaxed hair and you use something like this, when you use this scrunchie, where the line where that the scrunchie is always at, those hairs, because it is pushing into the hair or down onto the hair, what happens is that that part becomes weak. So you realize when you take out the scrunchie, there's a lot of hair on it, or whatever hair tie you use, there's a lot of hair on it. That is because when you do that, the hair is actually breaking off. If your hair breaks off from here, then this thins out. Not only that, your hair remains short because the length is breaking off. So for me, simple maths that. So that means you have to use something that is not going to cause that line to weaken the hair. Put a little oil and just brush in the hair. So that is it for me. That is how I keep the hair on my head. It's not enough doing a pretty hair, nothing like that. It is just that I care the hair because of many reasons. One, dry head is not going to keep length, and two, I have something called PCOS, which if you have any hormonal issues, maybe you have come across that. But what that causes is my hair to thin out from here, from the crown, you know, like how man hairline recede. So it causes the hair to thin out, and hair grows in places where it wouldn't normally grow for a female. So hair starts sprout up here, so the hair grows in thicker under my arm and elsewhere. When I was younger, I apparently didn't have the issue then, so my hair used to be fine. So I didn't have a lot of hair on my skin. But the older I got, and it seems the more I had the hormonal issue, that is what started happening to me. So I have to be careful. I have to take care of it, or it gets worse. All right, my hair starts to fall out, all of these. So this is why I am pushed to treat my hair, to keep my hair as best as I can. So even with the PCOS that I have that causes thinning and so on, you will realize that I still have a lot of hair on my head. And all those who know me from before always know me with hair, but that is because all through the years I have always treated my hair, right? Because as I said, the hair, once it moves away from the scalp, that hair becomes weak. Genetics do not determine length of hair. It only determines how your hair looks. Unless you have some kind of illness or sickness or going through cancer or so on, where you would have an autoimmune response that will cause you to automatically lose your hair, or some other genetical thing that would cause your hair to grow a certain way. But outside of that, which is rare, but outside of that, all of us hair grow. It is keeping the hair on our head that is the problem. So you have to take steps to keep the hair on your head. That's it from me.